Like everybody here to thank Abdul for running down as many times as he did for parts.
Oh, you're welcome.
I want him to get some recognition.
You don't have to thank me.
Thank you, Abdul.
Okay. I'm part of this community.
See?
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you can just give me my hand, I'd be happy.
If we can what? Oh.
Okay, I got
Hey,
you.
I didn't even recognize you out there working your butt off on that leak.
You didn't see me there.
Yeah. Don't do that, man. Listen, I'm crazy
was too
enough.
dark, that's
Don't
right.
don't jack the brain up.
It was too dark to see him.
Yeah, no, he was there. I saw him.
Well, he was there
But I
at
didn't
night.
know who he was, and I'm like, he's waving at me, and
Oh,
I'm like,
I
yeah,
see.
what? Yeah, what?
Oh, shitty.
Oh, that could be.
That's what it was. Well,
And it was the ski mask as well.
we had customers. We had customers such Charles. Did you guys get a new guy? Remember?
Change the look up. Gotta change the look up every once in a while, right?
And you want me to send this to
Scott, no,
Scott?
please.
What is this all about?
We can't talk about it. It's not on the agenda. What you read is what you read.
Oh,
Period.
all right, I'm holding on to this. So this will be coming up at a later meeting?
It'll be coming up at the next meeting. It'll be on the agenda. This is a special meeting. This what?
Yep. Three
It
monkeys.
doesn't qualify.
Three monkeys.
Yes.
And yes, everybody will be allowed to find out then.
Can't wait.
In my opinion, you always got to make that phrase. In my opinion,
You need to read quickly. We got 10 minutes.
you got 7.
What do you stop that, Charles? Yeah, that was me helping him out.
He was amazing. Don't let him kid you.
Yeah, Christine praised you. That guy was out there working his butt off for us.
He was.
Now, if we would have had the darn tool, I probably would have been able to fix it.
Oh, you got to it, but you
Let me
couldn't
tell
stop
you.
it, huh?
Yep. Let me tell you what a great guy he was. As I said,
We didn't have a tool.
I'll help you.
Can you
fill
hear
the
me,
whole
Scott?
vacuum. And he said, women don't do that. And I
Yes.
was like,
Okay, can you
Oh,
see
been all my
everybody
life.
or?
I'd have made her shovel it.
No, it's a black screen. It's the camera's either turned off or it's covered, but it looks like it's turned off.
Okay, let me see how I can. Okay, I think I got it. Alright.
hi, Scott.
Can you see
Yeah.
every? Yeah?
Can you see us?
Yeah.
Hi, Scott. How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Somewhere between excellent and outstanding. Thanks for asking.
That's pretty good.
I know it.
Hello, Scott.
How's
If
it
I thought
going?
any better, I'd have to take something.
You don't want to know.
You know, someday I'm going to ask, and you're going to say I am doing amazing, outstanding, and awesome.
Oh, yeah, you lie, I'll swear to it.
You hold the pen, I'll move the paper.
There you go.
You guys see what I have to deal with? You see, my shoulders hurt.
Oh Lord.
It's good to see you again, my friend.
Yeah, I can't really see you though, but
Oh,
I think
here
you're
you go.
right under the.
You got it now?
Oh, there you.
There you go.
Did, I can turn it.
No, that's all right. You don't need to look at my ugly mug.
Fortunately, you have to look at mine. Sorry.
No, you're a handsome guy. It's why I hired you.
Ruggedly handsome, Scott.
That's right.
There you go. I'll tell my wife that I'm ruggedly handsome.
That's
She'll
right.
laugh.
Quick story. Took an old dog that we had in for grooming. Gal behind the counter, and I've never taken the dog in. Gal behind the counter said, oh, look, he's just like his dog, or his dog's just like him. You know how people say you look like your dogs. Other girl behind the counter said, what? Now, mind you, this is some years back. She said, he's ruggedly handsome, which Bubba was a ruggedly handsome dog. He was a big Shepherd Airedale. Well, I told Ann about it when I got home, and she said that I'm never taking the dog in for grooming again. That was the end of that.
You rugged,
Well,
handsome
that's
devil.
not
you.
fair.
Yeah, the girls at the dog groomers thought I was ruggedly handsome, and that was the end of me taking Bubby in.
I can't.
We put a stop to that right now.
I don't know. That doesn't seem right.
There's a window up across Scott's face.
What's going on?
There's a window up across your face.
Oh, it's just saying that we got 5 minutes.
Okay. Just a notification.
I have 6 o'clock.
I have no problem starting right now.
I have 6 o'clock.
Right.
6 o'clock.
I have 6 o'clock.
Right.
I have 5 too.
So if we can all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And Lee, if you want to start us off when you get stood.
Yeah, I'll try to. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America,
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sure, go through the door, buddy.
We're going to do a roll call. Only. You call them what numbers?
Tristan Lee Hicks.
Here.
David L.B. Reynolds.
Here.
Christine Merrifield.
Here. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll-
Elby made the motion.
I'll second.
Lee seconds. We have 3 items on the
Got
agenda.
a sec.
Oh,
Sorry.
does
Yeah.
anybody,
Call for
members of the
question.
public, want to talk? Is that what it is?
No. You just have to call for the question. All in favor, all against, any
Oh.
abstentions.
All in favor to approve the agenda?
Aye.
Aye. It was unanimous.
Thank you.
Okay. So, the first item on the agenda is to hire a distribution operator, D1 operator, to handle our water system. So I want to just put an ad in the paper for a trainee. I've talked to Tony Langen of Skookum. He's the one that trained Russ, and I want to bring him back. He's been helping us out and watching after the plant. So I want to bring him back to train the trainees. So I just want to see if you guys want to direct the general manager to put an ad in the paper so we can get a D1 trainee.
Well, I would think that would be the best thing to do, yes.
Okay. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Holly?
Hold on a sec. Sorry. Remember, you got to have a motion, a second, and then a vote. I heard
Sorry.
Lee make the motion to approve the GM to
Motion.
post a position. Did LB second that? All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 And I'm sorry again. I'm being a pain tonight.
No,
Did
no,
you ask for public comment?
Oh, does the public have any comments?
So hold on, I'm gonna start.
I think we-
You already have somebody that you're going to train, or you still have?
No, we're gonna take applications for
Oh,
somebody.
you're taking applications.
We have a D2 operator that's
Oh.
been helping us out.
Okay.
Do
this
you
is
have
pretty-
some?
So
We
this
have
is
somebody.
pretty much to get the word out there to
Yes.
bring somebody in. This is what. Okay.
Yeah, and nobody has a nephew or grandson or anything like that that's ready to take on a new career? Hey, I'm open to suggestion.
Yeah. So, do
I
they
wish I
have
could-
to have?
I got to have surgery.
Do they have to be licensed from day one, or they can be?
No.
They can get licensed as their.
They have to have a valid California driver's license.
Okay.
They have to have a DMV printout. And then Mr. Nave and I are gonna argue on a drug test. Correct? There we go.
So when you offer the employment position,
Yes.
you can do a drug test. Once they're employed, then the terms for the drug test are
Different.
a little different.
Thank you. Okay, second item. Oh, we took a vote. Did you get that? Or do you want me to do it all over again?
No, I've got Lee, LB, unanimous vote.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, if I may, can I, just for a second, on this drug testing thing, with the legalization of marijuana in this state, does that still keep a D1 operator from being able to use cannabis and his off time because of the legality of marijuana now, does that make a difference that if a D1 operator smokes on the weekends when he's at home, is that acceptable? Or is it still like the federal standard where like a trucker can't get high either?
They just cannot be under the influence while they're on the clock.
But if they have THC in their system during the test and it's because they did it a week prior, is that still acceptable?
It is.
Okay.
So what you look for while someone is on the clock is if you have a reasonable suspicion they are under the influence, and there are some objective behaviors that you look for to determine that. And so if you have a suspicion that they're under the influence, then you can require them to go be tested.
Under the influence while on duty. Okay, I just want...
Myself and Elby have both taken courses to identify that.
Okay.
I have one legal question for you. We have a federal loan, and I believe, per the federal loan, that this is to be a drug-free work environment.
Under federal or state law, it's to be a drug-free workplace. That does not mean that taking medicinal or recreational marijuana under California law, which is legal, violates that drug-free workplace policy. It would be violated if they were taking drugs while on the job or if they were under the influence while on the job.
All right.
So
Okay.
all my hospitals have the same requirement. So it's really a job-related requirement.
Yes.
It doesn't touch as much into their personal life unless they come to work under the influence.
That's going to leave us in a testy... That could leave us in a pretty testy situation, I would think.
Well, Scott and I have talked about this extensively. You know how I feel as being the only sober and clean bartender at my work. I was always the one drug tested. So,
I do have a question.
that's,
If let's say that anybody gets hurt on the job, are they to be drug tested then? Is that right?
If you have a reasonable suspicion that they are under the influence.
Okay.
what about the SDRMA?
You don't just, like, if Christy tripped and fell in the office and hurt her leg, you don't just send her out to get drug tested.
No,
Why
I know.
not?
You
Why
have
not?
some reasonable suspicion that she is under the influence, and you need to determine if, her falling or her injury is related to
Drug use.
alcohol or drugs.
Okay, gotcha.
Christy, because I know you're clean and sober, you're the one I used in the example.
Yeah. And you know how I feel. Drug test them all, baby. I
I know.
don't care. I know, California law, but I just think anybody who's driving that vehicle, working for this company, maintaining that water distribution system, should be clean and sober. That's how I feel about it. I'm not going to change. I'll follow the law, but I'm not going to change my stance on it.
That's
So
why I
I dealt
asked
with
it.
this recently with another client, and an employee off duty was arrested for DUI, and that employee was required to be on call. And so the question was, could they discipline or fire that employee? And there are a number of cases that say you can't unless they are responding to a call from work.
But this is the other thing. This takes us back to the SR-22 filing. So we hire somebody, they go out, they get schmammered, they get a DUI, they come back here. We already have to pay the SDRMA, and because they went out and got a DUI, now they have to have an SR-22 filing, and the district has to pay more in insurance to cover him to drive the truck.
So any changes brought about in the district's insurance requirements because of something like that can lead to discipline or termination of the employee.
Can you please put
First,
that
you're
in our
supposed to look for
policy?
different work where that's not a requirement. If the business does not have that, then you can terminate them if you can't insure them. So the law accounts for that. But that situation has to arise, before
All right,
you can
but
take
when
that
you
action.
rewrite the policies, that will be in there, correct? That-
Sure.
that
So
part of-
we're going to do an employee handbook for you.
Yes.
And the employee handbook is going to have a district vehicle section, and it will have those policies in there.
Right, and while we're talking about that policy, you can put a policy in that they will sign out the tools. A broken tool the district will replace, a missing tool we won't. We'll talk about
We'll
that.
get to
one
that
later.
when we deal with the employee
Yes.
handbook.
Oh, okay, if I may, now that I've opened this can of worms, can we just say that we require our employees not to do any drugs, and just tell them before they even come in the door?
It's the state of California. There, you can't do that, unfortunately. But we can do a pre-drug test when they get hired on. We can do a pre-employment drug test if we have suspicions. Like, say our water goes out and our D1 operator's been out there for 2 days and he's spun as hell, and we can all tell. Yeah, done.
Okay,
But if he's out on the weekend and it's his day off and he smokes weed or whatever, nobody cares.
okay.
Yep.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
No, it's a sore subject with me because I have my opinion and but I gotta follow the law.
Like you said, but it can be grounds of termination, because if he's on call, that means he's on
Yeah,
call.
and if he can't
So if
drive,
he comes back
correct?
and you have suspicion,
Yeah, that's
then
another
you can
thing.
drug test him.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I agree.
So it's pretty much, it can work either
It's
way.
gonna be very hard to find somebody who's clean
Has
and cheap and
California driver's license and
Yeah.
wants to work.
it's
Yeah.
it's difficult.
Oh, there's still
Like
people out there.
every business owner in the world has been saying that to me. All right.
Because
Does anybody have anything else to say? Board members?
do you know how soon you expect to have somebody? Like
I
maybe
hope
or
within a
so?
week.
Okay.
I hope within a week. So everybody's got their feelers out and we're all looking.
Do you
Is
have
that gonna be
applications
a
yet or no?
5-day-a-week job, or?
Now, I think I want to speak with Holly and Pam on what the ad is going to be and how many hours and what the pay is going to be.
Jeff Cooper might be interested if it's not full-time, cause he does part-time work right now.
Right?
But he'd be a good one to have.
He's had his application in for over a year.
Who's that?
So Jeff Cooper, he is a master plumber. He's the one that actually figured out that the meters were working.
I
That
sent
how the
somebody
meters
over
were
from
working.
Ace. They went over at Ace and they were putting stuff. They bought something, and I seen his truck, and he seemed like a master plumber and stuff. And I said, "Hey, the water company side, you might want to go check it out. I don't know if you came in or not."
I
Was
didn't
it
see
Jeff?
the
That
button.
was like that was on Monday. That was 2 days ago.
No.
Or a day ago.
So if you want to say something to Jeff, so you
Yeah,
can put
I'll
an
ask him.
application in. All right. So anybody got anything else to say?
You had somebody in mind of him?
You. I want you, but you won't do it.
I have to
know.
have surgery.
I know.
Can't.
I
I
know.
would love to work for the water company.
Okay,
I
well
just
stop
can't.
being a chatty Cathy.
I can't.
All right, all right, all right.
I wish I could. I'd probably run circles around this guy.
I'm
I know.
empathetic
I've
to your
seen you
plight,
work.
man.
No.
Okay, I hear you about the
I've
surgery
seen
thing.
you work.
I know, but I can't do it. I don't want to let the company down. I don't want to get hired and then me go get surgery.
I know.
Because there's no point.
I know, but you would have been my choice.
I know. I wish I could.
All right. So Robert's broken my heart. So we're gonna move on. Resolution changing the district bank. So B of A can no longer serve the district's needs. It's just plain and simple. They're not user friendly. They don't have a bank here, an office here. We can't go in and conduct our business. And I think we would be well served to go to
Desert Valley.
Desert Valley Credit Union. They have a branch here. Holly can make the deposits. It's been nothing but a mess trying to get all of us on B of A as signers and access to the bank account and trying to make deposits standing at an ATM.
Putting in
Trying to
10
put-
checks at
yeah.
a time.
It's ridiculous.
And you can't even deposit coins. So it throws your whole balance completely off. I'm
So-
short 2 cents.
I would like to change to Desert Valley. I think it's a good idea.
Motion?
Do you have a second?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, public comment.
Oh, public comment. Do you guys have anything to say?
Well, if the bank doesn't provide what you guys need, I think it's a good thing to change.
not only does it not provide what we need, it will not provide what you need, because if this, we're all in this together.
Right, right.
Okay. Board have anything to say?
No.
Nobody has anything else to say? Okay. So, the resolution, what is that, 2501, Scott? Hang on.
We didn't
25
do a
dash
resolution.
01.
Yeah, 2501 passes by unanimous vote. All right. Item C on the action items is our cap. And Pam is not well. She has the flu. I do have the cap here that she
Yeah,
has
Do you
provided.
have the one that I revised?
Is this what it is? Is this
Do you-
his or
well,
hers?
Shoot. This is hers.
This is not yours.
so I
Did you
made
send this
some.
to the attorney?
First of all, thanks to Pam for putting it together, or Holly, or both of you. And then it was sent to me, and so I had some changes that I made, and then Pam and I had a discussion, a thorough discussion of the proposed plan. And Holly, do you have a copy?
I do have a copy. Do you want me to send it?
No, you have a copy of the one with the revisions I made?
No.
No. Pam had sent me this one earlier, and she told me to print it off, so I'm not sure if this is what you guys
So let
went
me
over.
ask you, for the one that you have right now, for like item number 1, does it have the title well for
It does.
Yes.
the line? Okay, so that's the one, that's the changes I made.
Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know if the board has read through this or not,
I have.
but, okay.
Are
So
you
as I
and
recall-
Pam? Are you and Pam comfortable? Except for the typo. I don't know who typed it. You.
Which typo?
The word view instead of few. Number 2
Where-
under generator.
Generator. Oh, yeah, just few. There are a few more items to finish.
Yeah,
on the
correct.
generator.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's the only typo I found.
And then in number 4, operations plan, at the very end, I put the district is in the process of getting the telemetry system up and running by, and then I left it blank. Did Pam put a date in there?
I do
Section
not
4,
see.
operations.
It
No, it
says-
says financial.
It does. It says getting the telemetry system up and running within 2 months. Is that what you're talking about, Scott?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, okay.
I was looking for.
So yes, it has been corrected and a time
Good.
has been put in there.
Okay, good.
As far as the budget, the board does understand, yes? Yes?
Right. What is it I'm supposed to understand?
Well, so Scott and Pam and Holly put together a cap for us, which Jesse Dollywall from the California State Water Resource Board gave us an extension on. So this is a proper cap that he wanted, that goes with Garrison's, his estimate, right? For the job to fix
Well
the well,
four.
the other well.
Okay.
So this goes with well 4 to Jesse Dollywall at the California State
So-
Water Resource Board.
Oh,
So,
So
okay.
for the budget, let me explain a little bit what I put in there. It's clear at this point in time that you are not able to put together a comprehensive annual budget. So, what I suggested is you do a working 3-month budget. And then hopefully by the time the 3 months is up, you'll be in a position where you have the information necessary to do a real budget.
Right.
And so we're doing this hoping that Jesse will understand. That will be satisfactory for him. But I do think
He's
that
going to want to see numbers.
we need to include this, right? So I think Christy, probably you and Pam and Holly, or whoever, if you can put together a 3-month working budget, then that will be very helpful. And I mean, just realistically, you're not going to have an annual budget at this point in time. And frankly, the 3 months will be up in May, and then July 1, you'll need to have a new annual budget. So maybe you can even do a budget to complete this fiscal year, which ends on June 30th. But I just figured it would be easier to, just kind of put together a working budget based on what you know now, even though it's just an estimate, right? You don't know what your collections will be. You're still discovering what all your expenses are. We have to put together agreements with creditors. So it's an estimate at best, but we need to give him something.
Okay.
I get it.
And I think Lee should put it together.
Yes.
He's already got it together.
He does. I'm sorry, Lee. I think you should do the budget, not get it together. How about that?
No. You better find somebody more capable and competent for that. You're just throwing us at me to be silly, right?
No, you
Yes,
No.
I am.
Put another pair of glasses on. That's
All
okay.
right.
Thank you.
I'm giving you a hard time, Lee.
So
I'm thank you for that. I'll accept that.
I think we can throw some numbers together.
So, Christy and Holly, does that make sense to you?
Monthly?
Hey,
Times up on 3.
he's talking to you.
Yes. So yes.
Okay.
We only have like 3 days left. I'm stressing out.
So, what I would suggest, and Christy, was the district doing the monthly reports October, November, December?
No. We haven't had monthly reports since April of last year.
No. When we got the citation from Jesse, in I think it was August, one of the requirements was the district had to file monthly status reports.
Oh, if she was
And
doing
I
that,
think it was the first attachment to the citation. They gave you the form that you have to use. And as I recall, in a conversation with Jesse, some couple other guys from the state board, Colleen and myself, Colleen was going to file for, I believe, October and November. I don't know if she did or not, but probably the first week of February or so, you guys should prepare the January monthly report to submit to Jesse. And so what I would say is tell Jesse that you're working on all this. Maybe call him tomorrow. So you have revisions to the cap for him to review. That with the budget that you are still discovering a lot about the district's finances. You can give him a 3-month working budget, and you'll do the January monthly report, but you don't have enough information to do a regular annual budget at this point in time.
I will grovel as much as I can grovel tomorrow.
And we can talk about this tomorrow. So, but I would just, let Jesse know. And look, Pam and Holly have been working their tails off to
Amazing.
try and
They're
dig
amazing.
out of this and figure
Yeah.
out. So I
They're
think Jesse
amazing.
can find fault with the fact that you're still discovering lots of information. So
Yes. So I will call him tomorrow and see if we can send this. And after Holly and I open the account in the morning, then we'll crunch numbers. And if Mrs. Ernst is up to it, she can call in. If not, we're going to give her a few days to feel better and take care of herself and her husband.
I would explain about the snafu with the bank as well,
Okay,
and, you know, why it's taken some time
right,
to work through the accounts and all of that.
okay,
And, you know, but, I mean, you've been working diligently on this now for a few weeks, so.
yes, yes.
Well, basically pacify him, let him know his money's coming.
It isn't that, it's he wants to make sure that the infrastructure is up and running and that
Okay.
we're following the rules.
I get it.
So, we'll make sure that
He
that's
wants
done.
to know that something's happening.
We'll make sure that's done. Do we need to, do anything on the cap as far as the board accepting it or not accepting it or voting for it or not voting for it? Or because it's
So
incomplete at
I
this
don't
point?
think you have to vote on this, but if the board has any questions or wants to make any changes, it's a great time to talk about it, since you're all together.
Nope, looks fine. I'm gonna crunch the numbers with Holly and I will speak with Pam and we'll have that. I'll
Yeah.
make sure I call Jesse tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll call you before I talk to Jesse. Okay. All right. Does the public have anything else to say?
So this is part of the requirement on the
Yep.
original sanitation from
Yep.
August?
Yep.
Okay. So I know last time, the last meeting, you guys requested an extension, right?
We did.
This is the response for that?
Yes.
Okay.
So there were two parts to it, and the second part is what we're finishing up. The first part is done.
Oh, first one, and this is regarding the budget, right?
Yep.
Okay. Did they accept the first one, or they're gonna accept
No.
one?
Well, we haven't submitted it. We have to crunch numbers so that he knows what a 3-month working budget is. And once we do that, we'll submit it to him, but I'll talk to legal counsel in the morning before I speak with him.
So let me say this, when we got the cap, we had a month to respond. We submitted a preliminary corrective action plan. The state accepted that plan. The state then sent us, a few weeks later, comments on the plan asking us to make revisions. And so what we're working on now are those revisions to the original plan. The original plan included a budget of sorts, but it was not your typical budget that you would see for this type of district. And so one of the requests was that we provided an updated annual budget. And so that's what we're talking about. That's just part of what we're submitting, but in particular, they had questions about, they wanted us to update the budget.
So how can you say something with the not being able to deposit, right? How you guys gonna know?
That's why we're.
That's
getting
why
it.
we're opening another account, and then me and Holly and Pam
Or
will
can you
sit
guys,
down and figure out what our bills are. So how much does it cost to run the district?
right?
That's what we need to figure out. What are our bills?
But what can you guys explain to that gentleman you guys are gonna send this plan to?
Yes.
Can you guys explain to him what's going on?
We
So he
can.
doesn't think, oh, well, they had all this time.
No,
and
we will
they're
absolutely
just
call
not.
him. No, we will absolutely call
Yeah.
him after we speak with legal counsel in the morning and explain to him why there's a little bit of a delay, but it's mostly done. And we'll see if we can do a 3-month working budget to show him what the district plans on spending every month, or what we can find as far as what our bills are. Okay.
So, the budgets, they're asking for like the day-to-day running the place, or how about the,
No, they want to. I think what we're doing is just showing him what a monthly budget, a 3-month budget is. We're going to have to do an annual. There's a lot of things here that haven't been done properly. So we're going to have to crunch some numbers. We're going to have to find all the bills. That's a big thing. And see what it costs to run the district every month.
how about for the fixing the second well and all the rest of the requirement? Did they ask a budget for that too?
No,
Oh.
that has been. Now, Scott,
Yep.
Garrison's well, that's submitted along with this part, right? Garrison well.
Yes,
for
that
well
is
four.
part of it as well. Jesse wanted Garrison's detailed plan and budget
Right.
to
So that's
repair
already
well 4.
right.
And
So-
it's gonna be paid by the state, or who's
No.
gonna do?
I'm assuming we have to pay for it, right?
They pay with us, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the district will have to pay for it.
For the second, for the
For
the fourth.
one.
Yeah, well for it.
So if we didn't show that we can pay for it? Because I'm assuming it's gonna be a big ticket, a big number.
Yes.
So what's the consequences of that? I mean, what would happen?
I don't know. But we're doing everything we can. We're hoping that the rate increase helps. We're cutting back. I can just, he's not here, but I can tell you that our sewer plant operator gets paid less than our former sewer plant operator. And this sewer plant operator went up to that plant and has reworked things and fixed things up there. So hopefully our Edison bill would drop about half.
Oh, okay.
So we're working on a whole bunch of different things at one time so that we can cut costs, increase our revenue, and stand on our own 2 feet and pay our own bills.
No, I'm not questioning what you guys do. It's just like, kind of
No, I
informed
want you
and
to know,
understand.
I want you guys to know what we're doing. I want you
Okay.
guys to be involved.
Okay.
So of course you have a big stake in this as well, you know.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
we
well,
appreciate everything you do, Abdul.
Oh, you're welcome. You guys do a lot of work.
Well, yeah, but we appreciate what you do for us.
Okay,
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys do too.
absolutely.
Thank you guys.
All right. Does anybody else have anything else to say?
No? So hopefully in the next meeting we'll hear something from Jesse.
Yeah. No? Okay. Does the board have anything to say?
Nothing.
Okay. Scott, I think we are done. Do you have anything that you need to say?
Oh, no, we can talk tomorrow about the budget
All right.
template. There are lots online to work off of, so.
I do have something again I want to ask. Once again, if there are 3 of us in this office, 3 of the board members, and they just happen to be here because Elvie and I are hanging out and we run into Christine, so long as we're not talking business, we have not created a quorum, correct?
No, you've created a
So
quorum.
if you were, look, if you're over at Classic Burger, I'd say you're okay. In the district office, you probably do not want 3 directors there.
Okay, thank you.
It's appearances more than anything.
Leave it where it's at. Okay,
All right.
thank you. I just
Well, I'm
wanted
not
to
going
know.
out and having a beer with you old farts anyway.
I can't drink, so alcohol will kill me. My heart will stop.
All right. It is
I'll
now
have you guys as bigger.
6:32.
6:32.
Yeah,
Do
believe
you have a
me.
motion to adjourn?
Second,
Okay. 6:32 meeting.
put that hammer down like you mean it.
Thanks all.
Adjourn. There we go. Thank you.
Meeting's adjourned. All right. God,
All right,
man.
have a good
He
evening,
just wants me to
everyone.
make a lot of noise.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks,
Have
Have a good
Todd.
night.
All right.
Thank you,
Have a
Scott.
good one.
You stole my damn pencil. I was like, where's my pencil?
I did. I'm so sorry.
No,
I was
It's
writing.
all right. I was trying to write, and I was like,
I think that was the shortest meeting.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
I just want to get
it's
things
just
done.
a short, quick, special
I just
meeting.
want to get things done. We have a lot to do.
So, why, I got a question.